Welcome back. So I've been gone for 10 days or so. Had family visiting, had things I had to take care of, had to do some travel, but back and hitting it hard. It's about 9:30 right now. Working, I've got my man lift for a few more days. Some exciting things happening. Bought a van for the business. Really needed something I could get dirty, and it's been a long thing, but really happy. It's a 2021 Ram ProMaster City Fiat. Good little van. Didn't extend warranty on it because Fiat, but so far it's been great. Really happy. 60,000 miles. It feels tight. Really couldn't be more pleased. A few changes here that I'm going to go ahead and turn things around and show everybody. First and foremost, I've got the supervisor with us tonight. Hank. Hello. Hi. He's like, why are you bothering me? This is Hank, my best bud. He's 9. He's a purebred basset hound, kind of the mascot for the car wash. Let's see, kind of updates. So I got the workbench area. There's one of the vendors cleared up. Got the camera going. My horrific network cable install, although Verizon is trying to one-up me on that. You'll note I said Verizon, not Comcast. Comcast gave me a ridiculous quote of $12,000 to install cable internet in my car wash because, to quote them, it had to come from about a mile that direction. Doesn't make much sense because they have Comcast. It's on the poles out front. And to beat it all, I have a 400-foot-ish conduit that runs from the Jiffy Lube all the way and comes up right there in my floor. So, yeah, whatever. I went with Verizon and did their 5G product. We're going to see how this works. I have a 5G antenna on my building. Haven't painted yet. We'll get into that. So, I'm only getting about 50 megabit. I pay for 100. I don't really care. It does what I need to do. They almost had to take it down because they had to fudge whatever in their system. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, I'm just far enough away from the node that there are issues, but I don't really care. Exciting stuff, though. I have my first potential revenue generating device out here right now. And yes, it is black ice, because everybody knows in this business, black ice sells 2 or 3 to 1 depending on your region. Your guess is as good as mine. Why? This is a Laurel 300 single column vendor. This is one of the ones that I bought before I even bought this car wash, from a car wash in Remington, Virginia. Found them on Marketplace. I got 4 of them for like $120. Had to rebuild them, but they're great. I've got 10 of these things, and the ones that came with the car wash have been, we're ocean adjacent. I'm less than 3 miles off the ocean here. Everything gets covered in salt, and they are just eaten alive. So I have a lot of work, so I used mine. But let's see here. They're stainless steel. They've been polished up. The labels, I've got some issues. This is the first one I did, and I did not get myself on video because I was learning, and I'm going to end up redoing it anyway. The labels are free from Clean Right, so it's not that big of a deal. I've got a handful of them. I'm going to get more. The way these work. So first things first, this is what it looks like on the outside. And I'm actually going to zoom out here so you can see a little better. And this is what they look like on the inside. There are these little metal shelves that each one has an air freshener on it. And they're bolted to the wall, through bolted. Good luck getting it off. And then there's a simple coin mechanism. Now, I actually had to replace the coin mechanism in this one with a spare that I have, because number one, the other one was jamming and dropping quarters. The second thing is, these are ancient, and the ones that were in it were set up for $1 vend, not $1.25, which is what you vend these at now. Because I think I pay $42 a box, so your money ends up working out. Anyway, you put your quarters in, they drop in here, you pull this, and as you'll see here in a second, it drops, and it'll kick off like that when you open the door. Let me get this product up here. So you can see you reset. They're a little finicky, but that's all right. They're old and cranky, just like me. And then your pay drops in here. There's nothing in it yet because I took my test money out. Get it in there. There we are. So that's that. It's fairly simple. 2 locks. Not going to go through the whole process of locking it, but use what they call a disc lock. I'll show you. It's a disc lock. You can use a regular padlock, but these are better because when you put them inside one of these shackles and you put it on there, you literally can't get to the shaft or the, I guess it would be the shackle of that lock, even though it's a round lock. To open it. Final thing, I'm going to cover it so it doesn't actually trigger here, but I did on all of my vending machines, I have QR codes, and I'm going to have advertisements, and if you have an issue, scan. It goes to a Microsoft form for Microsoft Office, Microsoft 365, everything in my business is built on. And when you do that, it will automatically send me an email, send me a notification, you got an issue, and I can refund, do whatever I need to do. So yeah, that's the exciting news for right now. There's the van. We shall call him Filbert. Yeah, yes, I named my vehicles. Like I said, it's actually not bad. Very quiet night out here. Little irritated that Comcast, even though I told them, don't touch my property, I'm not going with your service, they still spray painted my parking lot and then came over here and put their collapse point, or whatever the hell they call this, with coax on the back of my building, and drilled a hole and shot about 25 feet worth of coax into my building, which is just laying on the floor in there. Free copper. No, it's just going to go in the trash. Let's see. Aside from that, I think I've shown before the paint samples. Probably this weekend's project, and I am not a painter, so we're going to see how this goes. I'm imagining a lot of cussing and a lot of drinking. Well, probably not, but definitely a lot of cussing. I will say that I am pleased. You can see the gloss on the red. The underlying paint cleaned up really well, so it should cover pretty well. And even like this, I mean, it's, you know, I've aggressively gone after it and can't get anything done. So at any rate, I just wanted to give a quick update. I'm going to get back in there to the supervisor, although I have a feeling he's probably still asleep. I've got a lot more work to do tonight. I'm going to try and do some updates as I go. Let's see. Yep, he's still in there. Big things we have going on right now, or at least this week. Actually, before I drop, I'm going to be getting in the ceiling in these panels. They're already partially dropped. And I'm going to be pulling out the old foam generators. I think I've taken pictures put elsewhere. Pulling out the old low pressure lines. I'm going to be pulling the high pressure lines off the back of the boom pivots. Unfortunately, I am still fighting with this boom swivel, which is this thing right here. So I can get my finger in there. Not really. We're gonna, yeah. But on the bottom. And that one is stripped. I'm gonna have to do something. I've torched it. I've done everything. I can't really put enough heat into it to get it out without cooking the bearings, which I'm really trying not to do because these are expensive booms and I don't want to have to redo anything more than I will. But I'm also working on the bay face plates. I've got all the boxes pulled out. There's where the money drops down into the wall vaults. I've got to redo the wiring. So there's a modular connector for the old switches. I'm redoing all of that, but I'm keeping the wiring because the wiring is 20 conductor and it is crazy expensive. So yeah, preliminary. I'm really my stretch goal, but my goal is October 15th to have probably that end bay open. Because it's the most visible one to people who are driving by on Route 1. It's the first one in, and it's kind of in the best shape, which is really irritating since it is literally the furthest from the equipment room. but I don't care. I'm gonna get that one open. I'm gonna try and get the tall ones open. That base swivel is gonna be a problem, I have a feeling. I've got to do some minor repairs on the ceiling in here. It's not a big deal. It's not even repairs. I have the panel. I have to put it back, and I hate soffit. More power to those who do vinyl siding, because you couldn't pay me enough. And I've got to do that base ceiling as well. Again, I've got everything. I've kept it open for right now because it's really good attic access when I have to go left and right. And I also have to finish. I got to put the camera in here, but I've already pulled the Cat 5, or actually it's Cat 6. I just need to drill the hole, pop the camera in, but I'm going to be doing it in the corner over here, and that panel is missing. So working on cleaning it. I've already done this bay twice. There's just a lot of staining. They need to get rid of that beam. Hey, if anybody wants, and you're local to the Lewis, Delaware area, stop by here and get whatever this scrap metal is. It's part of a automatic car wash that used to exist on the main Jiffy Lube in that right bay. As far as I'm concerned, it's in my bay. It's on my property, and it can go away. They're working on getting rid of that. That's a big jug of methanol that they use for washer fluid. So yeah, probably the last update for tonight. I'm going to try and do some more during this weekend. This week and weekend. I've got a lot of work that I'm doing. I appreciate every one of you who watch. I'm hoping to expand my my follows and people who are going on this adventure with me. So yeah, drop a comment if you'd like, and let me know what you'd like to see, or give me some feedback. I'm new to YouTubing, and I'm not really that good at the editing, and I'm learning. So drop some hints. But everybody have a great night, and say goodbye to Hank.